Hey, everybody, welcome to Redeemer for this Wednesday reflection. Summer has just begun, and when school let out, especially in my family, I felt just a large weight that I didn't realize I had been carrying just lift from my shoulders. I think a lot of it had to do with a lot of the end of the year or end of school year things that get piled on in May, whether it's end of the year celebrations or recitals or end of the semester wrapping up of all the activities that families engage in are all having their conclusion. And so all these scheduled events, whether it's end of the year sings or performances, or in the case of my daughter, her kindergarten closing service, where she ceremoniously went from the kindergarten building over to the elementary school building, was wonderful. But again, end of the year recitals and performances and things just caused endless stuff happening in at least in my family's calendar, and I imagine, especially if you're having children who are school age, theirs as well. Weddings are certainly popping up all over. Maybe one of your extended family members graduated high school or college or something like that, and so you have been sucked into that orbit. So lots of things happened. Not only to mention, in our church calendar, we had Easter happened not that long ago. We've had the bishop's visit recently. And so, after a flurry of scheduled events and expectations, the release of summer for me was a weight and a breath. Not having to get up and get my kid ready for school, the commute to school, the picking up from school, the changing of on Tuesday we're gonna pick her up at this time, but on Wednesday we're gonna pick her up at this time, and on Thursday we have to wait and pick her up at this time. It was everything just became easy breezy and free flowing. Now, for my experience, that means that I'm actually doing more day-to-day childcare with my daughter. That includes bringing her to work with me so she can hang out in the childcare room or color here in my office while I'm working, because my wife is working in Jackson most days, and so on the one hand I am less free because I'm spending more time also parenting, but at the same time the expectations are a little more fluid. I can get a lot done, whether it's at home in my home office or here at the church, and also do those parenting things as well. It also opens up times that I would not normally spend. So for the other day, I took my daughter to the splash pad at the park nearby, and on the one hand was answering emails and texts from people while letting her just have a beautiful few hours in the sunshine. And that brings me to my reflection about summer. Again, as soon as summer vacation and school closed and summer vacation started, I felt it's just this ease of getting to sleep in a little bit later, getting to have a more gentle breakfast or morning routine, enjoying that cup of coffee a little longer and not quite so rushed, not worrying about going to bed as early as normal because there wasn't school to wake up for the next day, and getting to spend times in parks or running the sprinkler in the front yard and having that kind of fun, or visiting friends for more casual get-togethers, made me realize that the joy of life and that the calm and slow pace of summer really is a benefit to me, to my stress levels or my feeling I need to be doing something, and also to see the joy on my daughter's face. Psalm 34, verse 8 says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him." Now, if you're reading the rest of Psalm 34, it's speaking about, David is speaking about the turmoil and the hardship that people endure, but also the strength and the comfort that God gives. Um, I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look at him are radiant, their faces are never covered with shame. The poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. So, uh, you know, the Psalm here, 34, is speaking about being rescued from troubles by the Lord. Those who fear and honor God are saved, and not just saved in the I'm saved, but just the fact that I'm relieved. I'm given safe harbor. I'm given respite. I'm given renewal. I'm given all these comforts that my body needs to restore itself. So taste and see that the Lord is good. Perhaps you can taste and see that the Lord is good by tasting the beautiful gifts of creation that are all around us this time of year. Crawfish are still in season. Watermelon is available. Fresh honeydew is growing in the fields, and cantaloupe and whatnot. All those fresh summer flavors, grilled corn, all those things. We can take advantage of the bounty of creation that is all around us, and slow down. During Memorial Day, I was hanging out with my daughter. She was feeling sick, and so it was easy to slow down and to enjoy some time, remembering, obviously, servicemen and women who gave their lives to our country for Memorial Day. It's not just about a barbecue or a cookout. It is about remembering those fallen heroes. But I was in the mood for some chicken wings, and so I thawed some chicken wings I had, and I let them. I let them dry brine in the fridge, and then I brought them out and I smoked them and finished them off on the grill, and then I tossed them in some various sauces that I made and had some lovely chicken wings, mid-afternoon. Not because I needed a meal, not because I needed, it wasn't lunchtime, it wasn't dinner time, it was mid-afternoon, but mostly just because I could. I made some chicken wings, which I haven't enjoyed in a long time. That was a gift. That day was a gift. That family time was a gift. And so I was just thankful for the gift of a slow time. Perhaps I encourage you to invite God into slow times and to let yourself slow down for the summer. Historically, Sunday church attendance does kind of wax and wane during the summer months. People are coming in and out of town on vacations or trips. And hopefully, if you are traveling out of town on a Sunday, if you take the time, go visit a church in whatever town you find yourself in. Having summer visitors is always fun, and it makes the clergy of those churches really happy that random folks who are travelers are finding sanctuary and refuge in a church on Sunday morning. So I encourage you to challenge yourself to go to church on vacation. But getting back to my original thought, let yourself slow down. If you are employed and working, your summer schedule may not seem very different. Perhaps you're wearing lighter clothes, short sleeve shirts and things like that, and your dress might be more casual, but also let yourself be more casual. Give yourself time, if you're allowed, to have a slower day at work, a slower week. And don't fret about, I'm not performing or producing enough. Be content in the fact that you're taking refuge not only in the joy of relaxation, but also the joy of God who surrounds you. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed are those who take refuge in him. That is my thought for today, for this week, for this first taste of summer. So hopefully you can enjoy some summer treats, whether they are ice cream related or barbecue related, or simply just slowing down to take time to enjoy something that you wouldn't normally have gotten a chance to do earlier in the year or later in the year coming forward. But that's my reflection for today. I hope you're well, and everyone, God bless.